Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here with the limited edition Natasha Denona Metropolis palette. I know you guys have seen this all over social media, and I figured I haven't touched it yet. I've gotten it a little while back. I figured I'd play with it on camera. Now, I said I was not going to buy another eyeshadow palette. The last palette I bought, it was the Viseart. I think it was the Milieu 2 palette, and I absolutely love that little palette so much. I use it every day because I prefer to buy like a single shadow, because I have so many eyeshadow palettes and a lot of times they just sit there. But as I kept seeing the images on Instagram, and then I looked at a few YouTube videos, I got more and more convinced, and I figured this limited edition, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy it. If you've been subscribing to my channel or have seen my videos, I love Natasha Denona palettes, and so I figured I'd give this one a try. I think this is maybe one of her prettiest packaging. The forest green is really pretty, and this is the inside of the palette. Absolutely stunning. And seeing the palette on YouTube or Instagram does not give it justice. In person, it's really, really, really pretty. And I know a lot of people were talking about how it was arranged and it looked confusing. Me personally, I love that. Because it doesn't bother me. I'm not an expert at eyeshadow, but I'm also not a novice. And I don't mind using a shadow here, using a shadow there. But I looked at a lot of reviews, and for me, Kinky Sweat and Morgan Turner, for me, they had the best reviews that I've seen so far. And I've seen it on people with a light skin tone and a medium skin tone. I haven't really seen the palette on somebody with my skin tone. I'm NC50 in MAC, and the shades in the palette to me look very dark skin friendly. It's almost like a mixture of cool and warm shades. So now it's 28 shades in this palette, and it says it's a 28 brand new shades and 2 new formulas of Natasha Denona's iconic professional quality pressed pigment eyeshadows in a never before seen midi size. So it's not as big as, let's say, the gold palette, and this palette is more of a cool palette, although it has gold, and these pans are big and there's a lot of space in between, so, and it's not as small as her 5-pan palettes. It's more the size of her Sunrise palette, and this Sunrise palette so far has been my favorite palette. So it's the same size, and I know a lot of people have been saying that a lot of shades are repeated and stuff. For me, I don't really mind that, because if I grab this palette, I grab this palette. I don't care if there's a shade close to a shade in the gold palette or whatever. And looking at the gold palette, maybe only one shade I can see that's like really close, and it's probably this shade right here. And I think in the Sunrise palette, one of the pink shades, kind of pink tone shades, I think is in here. Anyway, this palette retails for $129. Natasha Denona is very pricey, but I don't own any of her 28-pan palettes, and I love the size of the midi. It's not too big, because a lot of times, do you ever finish an eyeshadow palette, especially a 28-pan palette, has a little plastic with the names on it. But this is a $129 palette, but after tax is like $11, and it comes up to like $140. So it's a pretty penny. So if you've never tried a Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette or any of her shadows, maybe this could be a good investment. It's limited edition. You get all sorts of formulas in here, and you know, you can play around with it. It's midi size. So for me, I counted 13 metallics, I counted 12 mattes, I counted 1 dual chrome, and there was 2 shades in here that says K. I'm not sure what K meant. I looked on the Sephora website, I looked at other people's videos. Sorry guys, I'm sitting my window is here and the sun is going in and out, so the lighting might change a few times. And yes, a few of them says K, and I'm not sure what K means, but I know her mattes are beautiful. She has these beautiful creamy mattes, and I can't wait to dive into them. A lot of the demos that I've seen, everybody was pretty much using the green tones in the palette, so that's something I probably would have to play with off camera. I'm not like a green toned kind of person, although these greens look so beautiful. So I'm not gonna use the green tones today. And these shades also pop out if you want to make your own palette, maybe mix it with some of the other, if you own her other palettes. So I'm not very good at swatches, so I'm gonna try to do the best swatches that I can for you guys. And I'm just gonna start from the top row and just go onward from the top. All right, so I ended up swatching it off camera because it got a little crazy, and so I did it on the back of my hand. Please don't judge me, guys. And this is like the best I can do because I didn't want to go all the way up my arm or whatever, because that's where it gets a little, you know, iffy. So there were a few shades that didn't perform as, I guess, as I thought they would. Like this shade right here in the corner, this one right here. Let me see the name of it. This one is called Azoic, and this is supposed to be, it says CP. I'm thinking creamy, what I'm not sure what CP means. If anybody knows what the CP and the K means, please let me know. And I think, which other one I had a little bit of, didn't show up that great on me. But I think this one right here, which one? This is called Noble. So this one right here. But overall, I just absolutely love it. And when you see it in person, it's so pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and start trying to create a look with this palette. Now I'm gonna start with this brown shade on the bottom right here, and it's called Antique. And I'm gonna put that on my outer crease. And I'm using a fluffy brush, and this formula is so pretty. This feels like one of her creamy mattes. I'm first gonna press it, and I'm wearing concealer and powder on my lid. I'm not wearing a primer. Oh, this is so pretty. Oh, I love this brown tone. It's so good. This is so good. And I'm just gonna bring it through my entire crease. Like I said, I'm not like an aficionado at putting eyeshadow on and all that stuff, but I'm gonna do the best that I can. And this is so soft and buttery and creamy. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Love, love, love this color. I'm even gonna put a little bit more. I want this part to be like really dark and defined. And of course, you guys know I'm gonna go to one of the gold colors. And the one that really caught my eye is this beautiful gold shade right here, right above that dark green. It's called Penny. And I'm gonna use my finger for Penny, and I'm gonna dampen it a little bit on my makeup wipe because I want that pop. It just looks so, oh my God, look at that. That is so pretty. And I'm looking down in my mirror right here because I want to make sure I'm putting it on properly. Oh, this is so nice. Wow, pretty. Oh, and the payoff. Whew. This is so lovely. This is so nice. I'm gonna put the rest of it on. I'm gonna like really get it on there. How pretty is this shade? So nice. And I'm gonna go back in with that blending brush and get the edges. And I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun playing around with this palette. I think it's a great fall palette. I'm definitely gonna use this palette again on my channel. I'm gonna venture into the greens and all that good stuff. So I'm trying to find a lid, not a lid, a brow bone color. I think I'm gonna put this, what shade is this? It's called, this is called Rope, right here. This one, Rope here. I'm gonna put this on my brow bone. Let's see how well it shows up. Oh, it's nice. It's so creamy. There's definitely some fallout, and these shadows are so soft, guys. Like, you have to be careful with them, like how you handle them. And Sephora did a great job with packaging this, because I know a few people, their palettes came broken. I know Jennifer's. I looked at her video and her palette came broken, so I was like, oh my god, I hope mine doesn't come broken. That's like my worst pet peeve, to have like broken eyeshadow. It does something to me, drives me nuts. And I'm gonna go back in with that same color on the bottom that I used for my outer crease, which is Antique, right there. This palette is so beautiful, guys. Really pretty. And I'm gonna put that on my bottom lash line. Okay, and when I was looking at this palette, although I'm not a person that loves a lot of color, this beautiful turquoise kind of blue just jumped out at me when I first opened the palette. And I want to put that in my tear duct, just for like a pop of color. I know it's kind of weird, I'm wearing like the bronze, but I just want that, this blue color in my tear duct for like a pop of color. I think it'll look nice in my tear duct, like right here. I want this blue as like a pop of color. I think the blue looks nice for that little like pop, especially since, you know, we getting into fall. Anyway, I'm gonna go and put lashes and liner on, and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back with both eyes done and with lashes and liner. I feel like every time I come on camera, this lash plays me. It lifts up, like I feel it lifting up. Anyway, so the shade Penny that I put on the lid, I also put right here, like on my lower lash line, this shade right here, Penny. Right here. It is so pretty. This palette is so beautiful. It's like I can't stop staring at it. And so this and the Sunrise palette are now my favorite palettes from her. This is so beautiful. And if you look at Kinky Sweat's video, I'm pretty sure you guys know who Kinky Sweat is. She was talking about the palette, and you can use like the different quads even. Like you can use this quad, you can use this quad, that quad. You can go down in a row to create a look. You can go across to create a look. You can go diagonal to create a look. So if you're intimidated by the layout and how the colors are in here, you can definitely create a look, or you can just go all over the palette like I do. The shades that I worked with, Penny, there was some fallout, but nothing, not a lot. I just saw a little bit, you know, like here under my eyes. The shade Antique, this brown shade, if you're my complexion, don't be afraid. I wish there was another dark brown shade in this palette though. But this particular shade on the bottom here, I don't know why my camera is not focusing today. This one right here, Antique. It's so beautiful. It's I think this is definitely one of her creamy matte formulas. It's so beautiful. And what I love about Natasha Denona, her palettes are very expensive, yes, but it's like each palette she keeps improving, because the textures and the feel of the shades in this palette, it's so good, because I felt that I could definitely feel a shift and a difference with the Sunrise palette, how the shades felt, how the mattes were so soft and so buttery and so creamy. And to me, she improved it even more in this palette. They're beautiful. And that penny shade, it's so stunning. And the blue shade, I'm definitely going to try to use it by itself. I really, really like it. Overall, I love this palette. Obviously, I haven't played with all the shades, but it's so aesthetically pleasing to look at this palette. I love the layout. I'm going to get a lot of use out of this. I'm definitely going to use it again on my channel. I'm going to play around with those greens, see how I like it. But so far, I am absolutely in love with this palette. I think it's totally worth the money. You get 28 shades. They're midi. They're not as big, so I don't think you'll have a problem. Like, I'll probably get to pan on a lot of these shades. So and I love the look that I created. I love the pop of blue. As you guys know, I'm a little afraid to work with colors, but in this pan I'm definitely going to venture out. And I wish this lash would just stay still. I can feel it moving. It's driving me nuts. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'm going to see you again in my next video. Bye, guys.